How exciting was your life?
Facing all kinds of storms at sea. We are being chased by pirates. I started maybe writing poems and stuff 2007 onwards.
What did writing actually mean to you?
And I come from that generation where reading was a common habit, was a common hobby, covered with books, and we'd exchange a book for the week. They were all rejected. But that didn't stop me from writing something modern, sea fiction. Nobody was writing. Why?
So do you get shore leaves when you reach it?
Of course, all that has become restricted now because after 9/11, when ports all over the world, the security has been tightened a lot.
How important or how involved was that things about environment, the conservation, the safety for marine life while you were in the sea?
Shipping companies, ship owners can get bankrupt with the claims that the country of that area where the pollution is taking place, they can sue the ship owner and they can be absolutely cleaned out. I don't even consider myself a poet as much as I consider myself a short story writer.
Suddenly, I don't know why, but the movie Bagban just came into my head. I don't know why.
Don't give up your day job because you can't make a living out of writing.
Show by Naghma. Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Next Show by Naghma. And today with me, I have somebody who spent 45 plus years in the sea, and that too 35 years as a captain. So with me today, I have Captain Beetashok Chatterjee. Welcome to the Next Show, sir. How are you?
Thank you. Glad to be here.
How was your travel from Gurgaon to Delhi?
Not as easy as sailing on the high seas, but there was traffic and... But anyway, I made it.
Yeah. So in your intro, I just told about the sea bit of your entire journey because I think for me personally, that's the most exciting bit. I know you're writing now. There's a lot of things for you to do with the books, and that's exactly why you're here. But I'm still curious because I think I've interacted with a lot of army folks, but not somebody who's actually been in Merchant Navy. So I am actually very curious. How exciting was your life?
Very. It's not dissimilar to, being in the armed forces. The Merchant Navy, of course, we don't have weapons and we are not trained in warfare. But otherwise, we are traveling, we are living hard lives, we are running ships, we are sailing across the oceans, we are facing all kinds of storms at sea, we are being chased by pirates. So there's no dearth of excitement in our career.
Exactly. Part of pirates is something, again, while I read your book also, like completely caught me off guard. I did not expect stories like that coming off. What do I call somebody who has retired from Merchant Navy? Like for an army officer, I call them a veteran, right? So what is it for somebody who is retired?
I could be a veteran sea captain.
Okay. Just my knowledge, I was just checking with it. So once you've come out of such a very adventurous life, you've now, I think it's been 4-5 years since you...
That's right. I stopped sailing after lockdown.
After lockdown?
Yeah.
So is it after that you started writing?
No,
or were you writing before?
I was writing before. I started maybe writing poems and stuff 2007 onwards. But by 2015, I graduated to writing short stories.
Lovely.
For some years, I was doing both poems and short stories.
Nice.
But I actually got published when I was still sailing. My first book was a set of sea stories called Driftwood Stories Washed Ashore.
Yes.
I think
this one.
that's the one. Yeah. So this was my first baby. And after that, there was no looking back. And I'm grateful to my publisher, Readomania, who had faith in me and published my first book. After that, I have not looked elsewhere. They have published all my books and there are 5 so far.
Yeah, I've seen that. Everything, it's been the same publisher.
Yeah, I am not going to look elsewhere now. I'm quite
that's amazing.
happy.
So how was it? Like, what connected you to writing? What did writing actually mean to you?
I've always loved reading and writing. And I come from that generation where reading was a common habit,
Yeah.
was a common hobby.
Yeah.
Reading or stamp collecting.
Yeah.
There were no other
Oh,
hobbies.
yeah.
There were
Coins?
coins also.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was never into coins. So we used to read. I used to take books weekly from my school library.
Wow.
I used to be a member of the DP, Delhi Public Mobile Library, where a bus used to come every week, and we kids used to stand in line, board the
Oh,
bus.
there used to be
The
something like
bus,
that.
yeah, the
Oh.
bus was like full of bookshelves covered with books,
Oh, that's
and we'd exchange a
interesting.
book for the week. So I come from that generation and that life, and we'd spend a lot of time, just looking out of the window and
Yeah.
dreaming,
Mm.
daydreaming, watching people,
Yeah.
wondering who they were, what their names were, where they came from, where they were going. And that helped develop our imagination. What we consider nowadays a waste of time
Yeah.
actually stood us in very good stead.
Yeah.
We developed our imagination, and all these little memories crept into my stories.
That's amazing. So when did you for the very first time pen down something properly, which you
Well,
showed to others?
I wrote a few articles for my school magazine.
Okay.
So that would be my first.
Ah.
And then there was a magazine those days called JS, the Junior Statesman. Your parents might be familiar with it. And I used to send articles to them, but
Okay.
honestly, they didn't accept any. They were all rejected. But that didn't stop me from writing
Of
something
course.
and sending it across. After that, it was Driftwood. After that, the first publication of mine
Yeah.
was this in 2019. Well, I was still sailing.
So what did you finally, when you started writing, was it like a conscious choice that you wanted to write about ships and seafarers and stories
Definitely,
from the
definitely.
sea?
I found over the years as sailing, and then I continued my voracious reading habit even
Yeah.
at sea. I found there was a dearth of marine fiction.
Yeah.
Nobody was writing
Nobody
sea
was,
stories.
yeah.
I mean, 200, 300 years ago,
Yeah.
we had Moby Dick, and we
Yeah.
had Lord Jim, and we
Yeah.
had the Caine Mutiny and all that.
Yeah.
But modern sea fiction, nobody
Yeah.
was writing.
Yeah.
Why? Our stories, I thought, our
Yeah.
stories needed to be told.
Mm.
Why was nobody writing about us? So I decided to take on the mantle,
That's
and
wonderful.
I started penning stories about
Yeah.
a lot of them from personal experience, but
Yeah.
not everything was from personal experience.
That's what I was about to ask now. Because the stories are pretty adventurous. Were you such a big adventure person in your youth?
Yeah. We have all kinds of experiences at sea, and we meet all kinds of interesting people.
Yeah.
So invariably, they found their way into my stories. So if you're saying how much of it is reality,
Yeah.
then I would say 50 to 60% is real.
Oh, really? Wow.
Either my own experiences or experiences that I've heard from
people.
friends and colleagues.
Yeah.
They've all gone into, and why not? I mean, every writer starts off, with a book which is closest to him, that is based on his own personal
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
And later, when he gets more confident, or when he develops his skills further, then he, ventures out. He does a little more research. He gets out of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
But we all start with personal experience. A doctor will invariably write about a medical thriller or a
course.
medical
Of
non-fiction
course.
book,
Of course.
and so on.
Interesting. What do you used to read? What did you enjoy reading?
I loved fiction. I never bothered about non-fiction, which some
Any
say it's
favorites?
not good, but I don't care what they think.
Even I don't care. I'm a fiction person.
I am a fiction person totally, and my first love would be thrillers and adventure stories.
Okay.
And right from my childhood days, from Enid Blyton to Hardy Boys to Nancy Drew, I went on to Frederick Forsyth and
Wow.
Jeffrey Archer,
Yeah.
Ken Follett,
Yeah.
and these. And they are my favorites.
Wow.
Of late, I have diversified a little more, but these remain. Thrillers, action, suspense, whodunits, they remain my first love.
Amazing. No, it's actually very interesting because a lot of the names that you just said now,
Yeah.
these are the ones even I grew up reading. We literally come from two different generations. I'm not talking about your age, but some
You're
of the books
welcome to
are
talk about my age.
evergreen.
Absolutely.
Even I remember my entire school days. I think I started reading around my 3rd standard or 2nd standard. Enid Blyton. So the entire set of Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, Famous Five. There used to also be something called as Mary Kate and Ashley. More American, more fun, girl chic fictions. But then this is where we also think that after that, yes, Jeffrey Archer, James Patterson. So we literally came from Dan Brown, all of those things, even Sidney Sheldon.
Right.
I think that's amazing.
Today, have read all those.
If you have to like go back and reread one book for the very first time, what would be that one book that you like really want to go back and just reread again?
In fact, not only have I wanted to, but I have reread it again for this book club that I run. We can talk about that later. There's a book called 𝐻𝐞 by Joseph Heller.
Wow.
Not many like it, but I found it brilliant.
It's a
fascinating
brilliant book. Yeah.
It's horrifying. It's about the horrors of war and the madness of war, and yet there are laugh aloud moments in the book. So that's one book I could keep revisiting, every few years.
I think Catch-22 has somehow got diminished into that phrase of you're in a Catch-22 situation.
The phrase came out from that book.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just people don't really read that book much. Like you said, it's a very...
But they are familiar with the phrase.
They're very familiar with the phrase.
It's like a no-win situation. Exactly. Either way, you lose. Yeah,
that's amazing. That's great. So from Driftwood, what came next? Was it _Wind_Chimes that came
next?
No.
After Driftwood, then it was well received. And then I said, okay, I don't want to be branded as a, ये सिर्फ जहाज की किताबें कहानियां लिखता है. I decided to diversify and I wanted to show the world that I'm versatile. So I wrote a series of 14 stories, nothing to do with the sea. I call them land stories. Okay. And each was set in a different part of the world because I've traveled widely, abroad and in India. So, and they're all, it's my personal favorite, this collection. It's called The People Tree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and this is set in different parts of the world, and it's all on land. And covers a variety of topics, There's one set in the 16th century Maharashtra. There's one about robbing an art museum in London.
Oh, nice.
There's about a gay relationship in Delhi.
Nice.
And stuff like that. So I've tried to be as varied as possible. And this book is close to my heart because I went out of my comfort zone and I did quite a bit of research.
Then as a reader, then it's your land story that I've missed. That's the only book that I haven't read yours.
Okay.
Interesting. But how was it different? Because I think Driftwood, Wind Chimes, all of this, it came in very easily for you, I think.
Easily for me.
Writing would have been different.
But they're different. Driftwood and Wind Chimes are different,
very different
kinds of stories.
Yeah.
Certainly.
So how was it writing the stories from the land? Like, again, that would have been from a lot of imagination more than experiences?
No, I'm an old guy. Come on. So I have experiences on land as well.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Not of robbing a bank in London, but otherwise, I've been there, done that.
Nice.
So it's not that I'm inexperienced on land.
So which were some of the countries that you traveled to?
Well, all the countries I've traveled had ports in them. So I have not traveled inland in any continent.
Yeah.
So I have not been to, I can tell you, I have not been to the Antarctic and the Arctic. Otherwise, I guess.
Everywhere, literally all the continents.
Yeah,
other than that.
I guess, yes.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so I think it was in Wind Chimes, you had a story where, this part where you were talking about, because every time you reach a new country, you actually go to the port. And most of the scenarios, the ports are slightly off the city. So you're not really going inward into the city or anything. Is that actually how it happens, that you keep touching a lot of countries, you get to experience the culture? But in your story, you were talking about, I really wanted to see the monuments and some of those famous places in that particular city. But the seafarer, who was the main character in that story, he was not able to. He went inland, I think, to visit a doctor, but then he couldn't really see a lot of places. So is that how actually the experience goes?
It is how things go, because we have very limited stays in port. It's not that we are staying there for 2 weeks where you can visit the whole country and all that. We have port stays of maybe 1 day or 2 days. So you really don't have much time. You see what you can and that's it. So you never get to see enough.
No.
To really go to a place, you have to go on a holiday and spend the entire day traveling.
what did you call that? Sea leave? No, the leave that
Shore
you get.
leave.
Shore leave, yeah. So do you get shore leaves when you reach a place?
We do get. That's why they're called shore leaves. When the ship is in port, and we all work in shifts.
Yeah.
And when you're off duty,
you're free to go.
You're free to
check
go,
out the country.
chill out. Of course, all that has become restricted now because after 9/11, when ports all over the world, the security has been tightened a lot.
Yeah.
Shore leaves have been very restricted, but I am glad I saw the good old days.
Yeah.
And where shore leave was free, and you could go wherever you wanted, stay as long as you wanted, but provided you come back for your duty and before the ship sails.
Ah, interesting. How scary does some of the sailing get because of the humongous waves or a storm that you see? I mean, it looks scary when we see it on TV or see a documentary. Like, how is it actually?
It is scary. It is scary. And, well, as a captain, I was a captain for 35 years.
Yeah.
As a captain, I'm not supposed to show that I'm scared witless.
Of course. Yeah.
So I had to be calm and I had to guide the ship. You have to alter the course accordingly. You have to get out of the stormy area and all that. You have to take certain actions, navigational actions, and you have to do it with a cool head and a calm demeanor. And I tried my best to do that, but I've also been scared. I'm human. But it's my duty to get my men out of that troubled
What was
area.
like the worst storm that you had to face, like the biggest wave that you had to face? How was it? What was the story?
There's no biggest wave. I've faced many storms and mountainous waves, and I've written about them also. There is a story called The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald here.
Yeah,
and
the
then
20 feet plus huge wave that's actually coming in.
And there's one, the poems about stormy waves in my book of poems.
Okay.
So it's difficult to. There's a poem called The Wind Cries Maria.
Ah, yeah,
so,
right.
that also is, it's humongous. I mean, as you said, the waves could be higher than the height of the ship.
Yeah.
And they fall on you and the ship shudders and tilts precariously and all that. But ships are now built better and stronger, and their innate stability is good. If they tilt this way, they always come back.
Yeah.
The center of gravity is low. Ships are built like to last and to withstand storms. So ships are safer now. You don't hear of nowadays of many ships getting lost in a cyclone.
True. Yeah.
You don't hear. There are other problems, there are other dangers, but not storms. Ships can weather storms. Plus, we have now very advanced satellite systems of weather routing, weather tracking. So you know a storm is coming your way, a cyclone is coming, area of low pressure. You divert, you deviate from your course.
Interesting. Now that we're talking about the difficulties in the sea, you have one book called Mayday. And we all know the term Mayday is
That's right.
It's the worst of the worst scenario
yes.
and you're asking for help. What was that book about? Because that's one I never read.
Okay. This is my non-fiction work. And it says Mayday, maritime disasters that shook the world.
Yeah.
So we've all heard about the Titanic.
Yeah.
What happened. So here I have related 13 major maritime incidents, much more serious than the Titanic also, where either thousands of lives were lost or there was severe damage to the environment, which caused a loss of fishing industry, tremendous damage to the marine life, to the water, to the destruction of the tourism industry in those places for years to come. So, 13 of the worst incidents. क्या हुआ, कब हुआ, कैसे हुआ, क्यों हुआ, all that. And then I put in my own, with the benefit of hindsight, of course, I put in my own opinion how they each could have been avoided.
And that's interesting.
And I have linked all these incidents with the factor that is common through all the incidents.
What was that?
That you have to read and find.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, makes sense. So, in one of your stories where, I forgot the title, it's when the ship got lost in a Japanese island.
Yeah. Okinotorishima.
Yes, exactly. one amazing thing I loved about that story was, yes, the ship is obviously damaged, but the people in the ship were very concerned about, is there an oil leakage that will end up affecting the marine life? That was something very nice. I felt like it's not just about the ship, because I was thinking, oh, now everybody will be worried about the cost and all of that, which obviously is a huge factor. But that huge importance that was given to environment, marine life and all of that, that was like brilliant. So how during your service time, how important or how involved was that things about environment, the conservation, the safety for marine life while you were in the sea?
Very important. Marine life, marine pollution is a very, very big issue.
True.
And shipping companies, ship owners can get bankrupt with the claims that the country of that area where the pollution has taken place, they can sue the ship owner, and they can be absolutely cleaned out. The damages are very, very high, especially in the US.
Yes.
So we are also concerned because as seamen, if we, due to some negligence of our, we pump out oil or something, or we have an accident and the oil, the waters are polluted, we are in big trouble. We will surely lose our jobs. We will be blacklisted by all shipping companies, ki isko mat lo, because he has had a major accident. So it's up. Personally, we stand to lose. Our company stands to lose. Marine pollution is a very big issue, and we have to avoid it at all costs.
Oh, that's good thing. I mean, I'm so happy that is actually there. I didn't know about this part.
Correct.
Oh, that's amazing.
The laws have made shipping much, much safer now. You don't hear of so many shipping accidents anymore.
Not much nowadays.
That's
I think even during my childhood, we've heard about a lot of oil leakage and things like that, especially from cargo ships. But I think those amount of news have like drastically come down. I mean, very good thing to do. So with the book club now, I'm sure it's fun as it sounds. How much you get occupied with it?
It keeps me nicely occupied. I mean, I'm not getting overworked. It's just the right amount. So I'm either reading the book that's going to be discussed later, although I may have read it before earlier, a few years back, but just as a revision, and I prepare the notes on it. Or I'm reading the book by an author who I'm going to interview, and I prepare the questionnaire. So it's nice. In addition, I get time to read some of my favorite stuff as well.
Course.
So it's perfect, I think.
How do you pick your book of the month? How do you?
I believe in democracy.
Okay.
So every month I send out, we have a WhatsApp group, and now the membership is more than 500.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I send out a WhatsApp message with I sent out basically I conduct a poll, and I choose 2 classics and 2 modern, and see how the votes come in. Which one would you like to discuss for the next month? And whichever wins the votes, then we just go for that. It may not be my choice, but I like to go along with what the audience wants, because I want a large number of people to come and attend.
That's true.
So it should be their choice.
Of course.
So that's what I do.
What is your opinion in terms of what do people in generally like reading?
They like what I have noticed is feminist oriented literature and modern. They're not into classics. They're not into too much adventure or this. They're all feminists and how badly they've been treated across throughout the centuries, and stuff like that. Arundhati Roy's books are very popular. The God of Small Things, Mother Mary Comes to Me.
Both?
I have read both.
I mean, in the book club.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Then Butter by that
Yasaku
Suzuki or something.
The new book is eagerly waiting.
Butter is also a very feminist book. So all these got a large number of votes as well as a large amount of participation. So these come to mind. And because the membership is largely female. Men do come, but not many. So I find that these books are very popular, and that's what I'm forced to read them. Not that they're bad. Not that they're bad. I think Arundhati Roy is brilliant. So I read these books, I prepare my notes, and we discuss.
What is your current month read?
It's Wuthering Heights tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
you
it's
actually
very,
went back to a classic.
yeah,
That's
it's
nice.
very timely because the movie is
The
running in
movie
the
just
hall,
came in. Yeah.
and an older version is playing on Prime Video.
Mm.
So I'm going to do Wuthering Heights tomorrow.
Oh, that's nice.
I hope there's a good audience for it.
Did you see the movie?
I've seen both the movies. I've read the book, I think, twice now. So
okay.
I really know Wuthering Heights.
Okay, so the review when the movie came out was like it's very different from the book.
Absolutely.
What was your opinion?
Absolutely. It's very different. The current one.
The latest one.
Yeah, the stories, they have chopped off most of the story.
Yeah.
And they have just highlighted the passion between
Yeah.
Heathcliff and Catherine. Whereas, there's so many characters totally missing from the movie.
So many depth was missing.
Yeah.
I had the same opinion because honestly, I read the book was during my school days.
Yeah.
So I fully didn't remember what exactly was in it. But once I watched the movie, I was like, I read this book during my school days. Did I read an age-inappropriate book? I was actually thinking.
The language is a bit archaic, little old-fashioned. But it's a very dramatic story.
Yeah. Nowadays, I see a lot of people trying to read classics. A lot of people going to go back to try and read classics. I don't know if it is something to do with the latest trend or anything, but do you see that in your book club as well? People wanting to try out classics?
Not at all.
Oh, interesting.
As I mentioned, everyone wants the latest Arundhati Roy or Japanese, anything feminist.
Yeah.
Like there was something, The Vegetarian, also by the Korean
God, that's
writer.
so disturbing.
Yeah. So that seems to be the trend, not classics.
I so want to sit in a discussion where vegetarian is getting discussed. I've never picked
I'll
that
let you
book.
know if the Vegetarian gets the book.
I really want to because I kind of lack courage to read that book. I don't know why. I'm actually lacking courage to read that book. But I want to sit in a discussion. I'll come without reading. I do not have the courage to read it, but I'll come without reading. But I want to listen to the discussion.
Okay.
Really about what. There's Vegetarian. There's another book called The Hunger. All very disturbing books. Let's see how it happens.
Butter's also disturbing, actually.
Butter's also. But then at the end of the day, it's also a good thriller. It's also a good lit fiction. So it makes sense. Are you writing something currently?
Nothing on paper. It's all in my head. But I've been told that, by my publisher, that give us a full-length novel. And since I've never written a full-length novel before, that is what is daunting. Yeah. But I have something in mind. Let's see what happens.
I'm very curious as well. I would love to read a full-length novel by you.
My comfort zone is short stories. I'm a short story. I don't even consider myself a poet as much as I consider myself a short story writer. Yeah. So let's see how it goes. But it will not be about the sea. That's for sure.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of concepts in mind?
If
you can share.
No, it'll be very age appropriate.
Okay.
Something, and not autobiographical, but a person of middle age to late 50s to 60s year old guy. It'll be about that person.
Suddenly, I don't know why, but the movie Bagban just came into my head. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But that would be interesting. So now, you are pretty active in the space of book events, book clubs, book discussions, and all of that. Do you see, in general, a huge shift in reading as a culture from the time when you were a reader and today when you are leading reading groups and reading discussions and everything? Is there a shift in general in the reading habits of people?
Shift in the wrong direction, yes. I mean, back in my days, as I said, there were no distractions those days. There was no social media, no internet, no mobile phones. So we used, a lot of boys and girls of my generation used to read. But now I travel by metro a lot.
Okay.
So I have noticed that nobody of any age, never have I seen a person taking out a book from their bag, opening it to the page that they were reading last and resuming reading. Nobody of any age. They're either doom scrolling on their mobile phones or they're talking loudly on the phones. So that is sad. People are not reading, and I think the publishing industry is getting hurt because of that.
I think Okay, metro reading, I have a complete different experience.
I've never
Because
seen.
I'm a metro reader. I'm a hardcore metro reader. I love the longer duration metro travels because I know I can finish more of my reading, because normal day I don't get much time. Night I'm tired, morning maybe something or the other, or there's an early work call, not really able to read. So I prefer metros only because that's my dedicated reading time, and I keep away from my phone.
You're the first metro reader that I've come across.
I always see people, and there is that very sly smile that we pass on, the other reader and me. We have no idea who they are.
Yeah, correct.
And then we just
but a bond
there
develops.
is a bond. There's an
There's a bond
immediate
develops.
bond.
I have really not seen that.
Oh,
If there are metro readers, I'm very happy to hear that.
Oh, nice. So then I think the best experience, it was also very funny, was because I think this just happened once. I came and sat. I opened my book. There was one person sitting, like 2 people next to me. She was already reading. I'm in the women's coach. In between some stations, somebody got in. She already had a book in her hand. She was sitting between us. She opened up a book. And fourth person came and sat right next to me. And the person saw us reading, and we spoke. And randomly, when I'm looking like this, there are 4 of us sitting in a line and reading. And I'm not kidding, we had people staring at us. They're like, okay, this is a very funny thing to happen. But I felt personally so happy just in that instant, because it was like random people and we all were smiling at each other.
Maybe I should travel in the women's coach.
Maybe.
To see this.
Even in the men's coach also.
No,
nowadays I'm actually seeing.
I have not seen.
Because women, I agree, a lot of us actually read in metro, which is a common thing. It's a little rare that happens in the general coaches, but when I see that, it's like, actually you're like, oh, nice.
Okay, my experience is different.
I think, okay, you should travel more. So maybe you're from Gurgaon, right? The yellow line, maybe there is less.
Yeah, maybe yellow line.
But that is like amazing. Now, what is next for you? Is there something that you want to build? Is there something in the reading says I want to create on your own? Or somewhere you want to take the reading club?
No, I'm not thinking that far ahead. Just taking each day as it comes. There will be another book. I'm not even sure at this stage whether it will be a collection of poems or whether it will be a collection of short stories or a full-length novel. But it will not be about the sea. That's one thing. Second thing is, I'd like to continue my Museo book club as long as I can, or as long as I'm wanted. And beyond that, I'm not thinking too far ahead.
Like I still stick to my thing that you should definitely try starting a podcast.
Okay, I need some expertise on that. You're not the first to have suggested that. Maybe I could look into it. I need some more advice. Maybe I could talk to you more about this, and you could give me some advice on that.
I'm sure you just randomly ask feedback to anybody you've done a book launch for. They would have enjoyed, because I've seen only 2 book launches of yours. I've loved the moderation that you did, the kind of questions you were asking.
Thank you.
The engagement, the wittiness, the audience were laughing, the person sitting there who came so nervous and just sat. By the time your interaction started, they are so at ease. I think podcast would be like amazing for you to do. And ask that feedback to anybody you've interviewed before. I'm sure they'll stick to that same opinion. I really love it.
Thank you.
Could start it.
Let's see, I'll work on this.
That would be amazing. Is there a message that you want to give to, I wouldn't say writers, but to readers? Because you've been, reading for last 65 years? 60 years plus?
Yeah.
Is there a message that you want to give to people?
To writers, I can give a message. For readers, well, I can give a message to both. To readers, I would say, please read more. And please pick up books. Please pick up my books, mainly.
Course.
And to writers, I would say, don't give up your day job, because you can't make a living out of writing. Unless things change drastically, keep your day job, but keep writing. If it's your passion, then please do write. We'd love to read your work.
Just because you brought out that part of do not give out your day job, how has your publishing experience been? I mean, writing for fun, writing for passion, reading for passion is great. But that process of publishing, trying to market your book, putting it out there,
it's as difficult as writing a book. Trying to market the book and dealing with publishers is as difficult as writing the book. Writing the book is only half the job done. Publishing is worst is when you're doing the rounds, knocking on various doors, trying to get your first manuscript published. People don't want any new writer. They only want established writers. But they will not they will not allow you to be established because you're new. So it's catch-22 situation.
It is.
And catch-22 happens to be one of my favorite books. So it's a very tough road out there. Self-publishing is a way out, but then nobody's going to read your book except your doting
near and dear ones,
your doting mom and your auntie G and all that. So if you really want to expand your base, you'll have to write a very good book, and you'll have to get it published, and you'll have to market it also.
And how difficult has that marketing journey been for you?
Not so much, because I don't do so much of marketing. I am very fortunate to have found this publisher, Readomania. I'm quite happy with them. So I'm not looking elsewhere. There are small publishers. I can try for bigger ones, but then now at this age, I don't want, there's always a fear of rejection. So I'm very comfortable with these. They produce good quality books. I have sufficient number of sales, and I'm not looking elsewhere.
And do you think awards and recognitions help? Because Winsheim's has an award with it, right? So did it help, like, compared to the other books?
No, because unless you're getting the Booker or you're getting the Nobel, so these awards don't. There are a lot of awards being given for various books, and I don't even know who is issuing what awards. There are so many awards, and then you have to keep your ear to the ground, and you have to find out where who's, and you have to send your books to them for evaluation and all that. So I don't think they really help. It makes nice copy on your own social media. It's good publicity for you. You get a large number of likes. But will they buy your book? I don't know.
I mean, you get the support, you get the
support, you get awesome dude and everything on the remarks. But have they bought your book? Have they read your book? I'm not so sure.
And how has, just because you brought up social media, how has that journey been for you? Because I think the Gen Z writers or the writers in 20s today, they've grown up with social media. It's very easy for them to tackle with that. But how has it been for you?
I think it's necessary. I think it's a necessary evil, if you can say. That even if my generation, we need to be on social media. If we have written a book, people must know about it. We can't force them to buy our books or listen to our podcasts or whatever. But at least if they know that I have written this book and it's about this, there is a chance that they may buy the book and read it. If they don't know that I've written a book, then where's the chance?
That is very
so
true.
Social media is necessary.
That is necessary. And for social media also, because I've reviewed your books, this has been my favorite. Like, I loved it. I adored that book. And like you said in the very beginning, there are very less sea stories out there. So everybody who's looking out for a good sea adventure, because a lot of other things are like so easily available in forms of documentaries, movies, books. We have all of it, the army, the air force, all of that.
Our stories need to be told.
To see, let it be the merchant navy, let it be a normal, a luxury commercial ship story also, we don't really have it. And I think it's an amazing job where you actually found that niche. And if a person like me who has no clue like what really even happens, no background, nothing, the way you've explained the words, where you've given your small notes,
footnotes,
for all the footnotes which gave us the explanation of the technical terms and all of those, that's like been a real amazing journey. So congratulations to, I know the book has been a while now, it's been 1.5 years. With this one also, but yeah, it has been a real amazing journey. I wish you all the best in a full-fledged novel. I really wish to see a full-fledged novel from you. I mean, that would be amazing because I enjoyed the writing style that you have. So wishing you all the very best in that journey of yours. Any last message that you want to convey to your readers, your viewers?
Not really. Like as you said, to the writers, I say, don't give up your day job. And to the readers, I said, please read more and stop doom scrolling and watch less TV, read more books. And otherwise, nothing else.
Hi, thank you so much. Now, I think I look forward to reading your land story because I think, okay, I have enough sea stories from you, but let me also check out your land story and then I'll come back with a review.
Right.
But thank you so much for your time today, for being here, sharing all that story, starting from your all the way sea experience to your current book club activities. It's been fun conversation. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you for inviting me.
Thank you so much. And to everybody, we'll be back with another episode next week. Thank you. The next show by Naghma